Three people faced situations where survival was statistically impossible. Two of these stories are completely fake. One of them actually happened. Listen carefully, because the details matter. Only one of these people should be alive. Welcome to Trublur. In every video, you'll hear three unbelievable stories. Two are fiction, one is real. Your job is simple: pay attention and decide which story actually happened before the truth is revealed at the end. The first story begins high above the ground, at an altitude where mistakes are never survivable. At over 30,000 feet in the air, the plane is calm. Passengers are seated, the engines hum. Nothing feels wrong. Then, without warning, an explosion tears through the aircraft. Metal rips apart, air pressure vanishes, and people are violently pulled toward the opening. Among them is a young woman, still strapped to her seat. In seconds, she's ripped out of the plane and thrown into open air. No parachute, no protection, just empty sky beneath her. She begins to fall. The wind roars so loudly it drowns out every thought. The cold burns her skin. Her lungs struggle to breathe. Within moments, she loses consciousness. Below her is nothing but forest and snow. Rescue teams later say she fell for several minutes at terminal velocity. When they reach the crash site, they don't expect survivors. They find her body tangled in wreckage, lying on a steep, snow-covered slope. At first, they think she's dead. Then, they notice movement. Her bones are shattered, her spine is severely injured, but her heart is still beating. Doctors later say her survival defies physics. She should have died instantly, but somehow, she didn't. That was story one. Remember it. The second story takes place on a quiet beach in Southeast Asia. It's early morning. The shoreline is peaceful. A man named Daniel is jogging along the sand. No phone, no music, just the sound of his footsteps and the ocean beside him. Then, something feels wrong. The water begins pulling away from the shore, farther than he's ever seen. Fish flop helplessly on the exposed seabed. Birds suddenly take off all at once. Daniel doesn't know what's happening, but his instincts scream danger. He turns around and runs inland. Behind him, the ocean rises. Not a wave, but a wall of water. People scream. Cars are lifted like toys. Buildings collapse in seconds. Daniel sprints harder than he ever has before. His lungs burn. His legs feel like they'll give out. Just as the wave reaches the streets, he dives up a concrete stairwell. Moments later, the tsunami crashes through the area. When it's over, entire neighborhoods are gone. Daniel survives with nothing more than scraped knees and torn clothes. Later, experts say the tsunami moved faster than most humans can run. Daniel never goes jogging again. He says he already used up a lifetime of luck. That was story two. One more to go. The third story happens deep underground. A mining tunnel collapses without warning. Rock and steel slam down in total darkness. 7 workers escape. One doesn't. Miguel is trapped more than 300 meters below the surface. His leg is pinned. His radio is destroyed, and the air is running out. Rescue teams estimate he has less than 24 hours to live, but Miguel doesn't panic. He slows his breathing to conserve oxygen. He drinks condensation from the tunnel walls. To stay conscious, he talks to himself for hours at a time. Day turns into night, then into another day. No light, no sound, just darkness and pressure. On the third day, rescuers finally break through the rubble. They expect to find a body. Instead, Miguel speaks. He's dehydrated, injured, but alive. When asked how he survived, Miguel gives a simple answer. I decided I wasn't allowed to die there. 3 stories. A woman who fell from the sky, a man who outran the ocean, and a miner buried alive for days. 2 of these stories are fiction. One of them is completely real. Which one do you believe? The true story is Story 1. The Woman Who Fell from the Sky. Her name was Vesna Vulovic, a flight attendant who survived a fall of over 33,000 feet after her plane broke apart in 1972. She holds the world record for the highest fall without a parachute ever survived. Stories 2 and 3 were entirely fictional, but here's the unsettling part. They could have happened. 2 stories were fake, 1 was real, and next time, it won't be obvious. This is Trublur. 3 stories, 1 truth.